How's it going, everybody? This is Josh Bailey, my wife Ashley Bailey.
Hi.
We're going to give a few moments to let some people join and get on here. So once you join the live stream, if you will just comment and it'll pop up for us and we'll see. I'm running a Ecamm live, so I want to make sure I am live. Oh, yep, we are live. Look, there we are right there.
Oh, we're cute.
Oh, gosh. So, hope everyone had a great weekend. I was a little under the weather this weekend, but I'm feeling better now. Got a lot of things coming up. Start with, I had a couple overlays, but I got to clicking and lost them. So first, let's go over the karate tournament. March the 22nd is the kickoff of the TCT tournament season. It's going to be our tournament, and it's going to be at Burns High School, East Main Street, on March the 22nd. Start time 10 o'clock. We will have underbelt grands. We will have black belt grands. I know people are already aware of the no coaches passes. Sensei Brian Penna kind of went over that the other day on their live stream. We're doing a managers and coaches pass this year per the number of students that you bring or pre-registered. All that is available for the read on the rules, and that we'll have a meeting for that specifically at 8:30, same time as the black belt judges. And we're going to get rid of this one. All right. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of why we want to do this video. It's an exciting video. So I've got a, focus.
There it is.
Wait for it.
Hold it.
Yeah. I got a lot of notes here to go through. I won't touch on everything. It'll be fairly quick. So what I want to start off by doing is express gratitude for some key individuals that helped me reach to where I'm at today. My parents, Don and Dina Bailey, they enrolled me into karate 31 years ago, committed to taking me to karate classes, extra sessions, demonstrations, tournaments, all to pursue my passion, which was doing karate. I wanted to be a Power Ranger and Ninja Turtle. So,
You came close.
I came close. I sparred a Power Ranger.
You did.
And I was a Ninja Turtle in a live-action anti-bullying show.
See, you achieved greatness.
High five. Now, also, my first two coaches, Coach Rick and Coach Nikki Lee, taught me far more than just punches and kicks. They imparted me knowledge about martial arts, how to teach it, how to manage a martial arts business. They took me on some martial arts business trips to learn from other people, and I've been involved with them for 31 uninterrupted years, consecutive years. That means one after the other. No breaks. I've been in karate nonstop. Eat, sleep, breathe, karate. I even do karate in my sleep sometimes.
I know. It hurts when you kick.
Now, one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to share the story from my perspective and my thoughts of everything that went down since August 13th. Since August 13th, it's been a nonstop awesomeness and craziness. August 13th, everyone knows what happened. It impacted the entire community for many, including my family. That place was more than just a building. while sitting there with Coach Rick and Sensei Brian Penna and watching the flames engulf that structure, Coach Rick said something that resonated with me. In every tragedy, there's always a blessing that follows. Well, we didn't know what that blessing would be at the time, but we know we had to endure the challenge to get through it to get to the blessing. Well, very next day, we surprised a lot of people. We were open and going again. After school program was at Roebuck Baptist Church. Everyone was aware of that story, but what they didn't know was something else was going on that day with Coach Rick and Coach Nikki and me and Coach Jesse. All had a little meeting and talking about the future, talking about what we were going to do next, past that day, past that week and that month, and what that was going to look like. Well, they explained to us that they had been talking with people, getting consultants to, and accountants to appraise the business and get it ready for, as a proposal of, hey, this is our offer. Here's, are y'all ready to buy the business? And, they said they were, that was going to be something that was going to be done in the next 6 months to the year. So they kind of talked with us and asked us, what we thought. We thought, could you, guys do it together? Can you do it separate? Do you want to, Josh, do you want to take the karate and go? Jesse, do you want to take the kicking kids and go? And, Spartanburg Martial Arts has been the business, and Kicking Kids was the after school program, and we had our karate program that got us to the position of doing the after school program, the summer camp, the spring break camp, all that awesomeness. Now, SMA was my sole, has been my sole job since I was 15 years old. And, there was a thing that in second grade, my mom kept everything I ever did in school. It was in boxes. Well, in second grade, I wrote that I wanted to be a karate teacher. So, hey, I did it. I'm a karate teacher. But I chose to study business management rather than education. That was after talking with Coach Rick. And, at that time, they had 3 schools, 3 locations, a 4th satellite location in, why is that doing that? Have you noticed that?
No.
Look, it
I think it's you.
You don't notice the camera moving?
I don't. It's probably your elbows. Maybe my elbows.
No, it's not the elbow. No, I think it's see, look at that.
What is it? It's going with the...
See?
It's you.
It's
You're
me.
moving.
It's me. I'm the problem. So, anyway, let's get back to it. That my ADD was just... But... So we had all the locations going on. I was 15, started going to karate, and then teaching karate. Got to high school, about to graduate, made a decision, am I going to go teaching route or am I going to go karate route? And I talked with Coach Rick, and, pretty much it was, do you think there's a possibility of me opening up my own location, taking over a location, becoming the owner? And the answer was absolutely. There's a future in it. So I pursued some business management courses in college and stayed on with Spartanburg Martial Arts, teaching karate. And because I believe that this is my calling, this is a God thing. That's, for the past decade, I've been preparing to take over the business when Coach Ricky and Coach Nikki was ready to retire. Well, this wasn't the way they envisioned the exit, but, after 33 years of business, they deserve to be able to retire with pride with what they built and what they grew. They were a staple in the community, and everyone knows SMA. Everyone knows what Spartanburg Martial Arts is. And, they explained to us that, this was 15 years ago. It'd be no brainer. We build it back exactly how we want it. But that's time, that's energy, that's effort, that's a lot of things that have to go into that property to have another building rebuilt on that property. We decided to respect their decision to retire without publicly discussing it. And this is actually the first time I've ever even stated that out loud. And, not even to emails and anything to my parents or students that have been teaching since August. August 19th, we opened up the temporary dojo. September 1st, started collecting the tuition for SMA Karate is the DBA, which is the doing business as. The official business is the Josh Bailey Karate LLC. I was not going to call my karate school Josh Bailey Karate. Nope. Was not my humbleness would not allow me to do that. Now, but when they asked if I wanted to, take this on, and did we want to do this together? Did Jesse want to run the Kicking Kids? Did we want to manage SMA, so solely focus on karate? Or maybe it just wasn't the right time. Maybe it just wasn't what we should do. My immediate response was, let's do it. I have full faith in Coach Jesse to run the after-school program. Hope he has that same respect and, belief in me to handle the karate business and the karate portion of the business. So, there were some signs and indications on which way we were going to be leaning. Later that day, I talked to Coach Rick. We met at Waffle House, had a Waffle House booth meeting for about 3 hours. Had some, my go-to Texas bacon cheesesteak plate, scattered, covered, topped, peppered. Okay. You don't know the lingo, that's hash browns with chili and cheese and jalapenos. And yes, this was after I found out about my diabetes. But, the fire just happened. I needed some comfort food. But anyway, so we're sitting there talking. Coach Rick asked me my thoughts, and I said, I think we need mats down on the floor teaching by Monday. And he agreed. So we found Coach Paul, who had the space available for us. Coach Rick reassured me that everyone was going to know what SMA Legacy was, and that, I was able to carry on the SMA name. So we began, like I said, Monday, August 19th. We started, fortunately we had the old SMA mats, the red and blue ones that we just replaced with the black and blue ones about beginning of 2024. Took all the red and blue ones and put them in the storage trailer and was using them for the tournament. At the end of August, I received my last paycheck with Spartanburg Martial Arts. Began collecting tuition in September. It was time to sink or swim. So, my wife Ashley is supporting me wholeheartedly, because constantly reminding me of who I am and making me say it out loud. I'm Josh freaking Bailey. Mm-hmm. And, we had to, we grew one pad at a time, one bag at a time, one kick shield at a time. And after a month of operation, Coach Jesse and I talked on the phone about end of mid-September. Discussed how rapidly everything was progressing since the fire, and how he informed me that he was going to take on the Kicking Kids program and manage after school within the church. We talked about the challenges of finding, a sufficiently large building with reasonable rent to run both operations together at the time being. And although we could be separate, we can remain affiliated. Me stepping into the role of the new Coach Rick to overseeing promotions and curriculum. We could, in a few years, we don't know how, what that could look like. We just know what right now looks like. We got to do what's best for the karate portion in the dojo. He's doing what's best for the after-school program and Kicking Kids. Kind of what Coach Rick, I was saying earlier, Coach Rick had 4 schools at one, or 3 schools and a satellite school in the Gaffney YMCA. We had a unified curriculum. We conducted tests inside of our own schools, and then we had our promotions done together. That way, Coach Rick got to see all the schools promote together, and weekly meetings amongst the schools, and we would get together and talk about the curriculum, make modifications, adapt to what we needed to. This is kind of the model I was going to adopt for the affiliation. Near Christmas, I got a message saying that, Kicking Kids was, going to opt to conduct their own testings and promotions amongst themselves and kind of do their own Kicking Kid belt curriculum and belt testings. So during this time, I focused on the temporary dojo, ensuring high quality classes, searching for rental spaces back on the west side of Spartanburg, organizing our curriculum, the affiliation, setting future goals. We had a black belt test in October. These students were originally testing in September. I wanted to make sure that happened and gave them a little bit more time. Got the black belt test scheduled, wanted them to witness that, we don't just only teach perseverance and indomitable spirit, that we embodied it. And after the black belt test, I kind of started shifting the focus on, all right, we're in the temporary dojo. I want everyone to know it's temporary. I need to get looking. So we were looking everywhere for these, different properties. Contacted a realtor about the space available in Westgate Mall. Westgate Mall has new owners. So I was like, all right, let's look at it. Talked to him. Turned out that he earned his black belt at Spartanburg Martial Arts too back in the day. He went all the way back to the laundromat days with me. So we decided after a while, looked into it, some negotiations, 47-page contract, decided that, that really wasn't, that we didn't feel God leading us to take on what everything was going to be entailing at the mall. So that wasn't suitable for us. Realtor continued searching for appropriate location, and he found it. He, reached out. I actually overlooked this location a couple of times, and my mom, I kind of told her, I said, no, it's too small. Parking's not good. No, I'm not going to waste time looking at it. Well, that's where we are. And I apologize. But, we found it. We agreed on a 5-year lease, December 23rd, 2024. And perfect timing because we were closed for Christmas break and decided that, we're going to turn this around. We had a team. We assembled a team, and they were ready to help prepare our new home. And
a good team.
And they came through, did a lot of work in a little bit of time. And so with all that, the next thing is something that this has been 31 years in the making. I've been wanting to say for a really long time that I am now the owner of Spartanburg Martial Arts. I am the owner of the karate school. And we have plans to elevate it to whole new heights. The official business name is SMA Karate, and Spartanburg Martial Arts Incorporated business has to be formally closed. Coach Rick assured me that everyone knows what SMA stands for and what SMA represents, and has given me the blessing to take on the Spartanburg Martial Arts to make it my own. He has been, is, and always will be a tremendous influence and mentor and guide in my life. I'm honored to continue the legacy that Coach Rick and Coach Nikki has established. And that's one of the first things when you go into the dojo. Up on the wall, over to the side is, a big shadow box that's got Coach Rick and Coach Nikki's black belt in it. It's got their latest certificate in it. It's got a picture of them in it. And, I want to make sure that legacy is continued. And all those things that's up on the wall are actually a project that Ashley and I just completed and got Coach Rick's blessing to hang up in the East Blackstock Road location, and we just wanted to make sure everything was right, so we didn't hang them up on the wall, but we did put them in the back office. Well, after the fire, we were really nervous about, well, obviously everything in the building, but it was like, man, we lost that. But it turned out we didn't. The layers of walls and doors, firefighters told us, like, you'd be surprised what a closed door will do. And it didn't really get those. There was some water damage on some of the ones that were on the very bottom, so we had to replace some of the frames. But the stuff inside the frames and the plaques, they were good to go. And got a lot. We got one thing that was really cool, and it was definitely a God thing, was the black belt that was on the wall. That Sunday was the day before school started. Mm-hmm. So one thing that we always do was try to make sure everything looks right, everything looks clean, ready to go. I spent a lot of time up there. This one cleaned every mirror and window.
4 hours, y'all. 4 hours.
Cleaned all the mirrors and windows and had everything ready to go for the school year. We got the dojo project done. I retied all the belts that are above the mirror. Took down Coach Nikki's belt that was above the mirror to put in the shadow box we were creating, and put up just a blank black belt up above the mirror. And then after the fire, I shared the picture on my Facebook page. That was the only picture I shared of inside the place. And the mirrors were all shattered and off the wall. All the belts had burnt off the wall except for the black belt. The black belt was still there. The only thing that was, destroyed on the black belt was the belt tails that came down. And it is on display currently at our dojo in a display case.
Thanks to Coach Rick.
Coach Rick made sure he got back in there and got that belt. And he told me, he's like, this goes up in the new school. And I said, yes, sir. Absolutely it does. So we just finished our first month in the new dojo, just got through the first round of belt testings. And, one of the things that I've wanted to do is, continue the mission. Our mission's always been creating well-rounded black belts who grow up and become great citizens in our community. My focus remains on what is best for my family and my dojo. And I say, I'm the owner, but this is my supervisor. She, she keeps me in line. Coach Rick asked me, we're very similar on, it's got to look right, it's got to look good, nothing done halfway, and it's got to be done to the fullest. And he asked me, am I going to be able to look at the space and go, I think we can fit 10 bags right here. And then Ashley slapped me in the back of the head and say, get 2. Get 2 bags. You need 2 bags. You don't need 5, 10, 20. Get 2 bags and then add to it. And that's one thing Coach Rick told me, build one wall at a time when it's necessary, add one thing at a time, and, slowly grow. That's what they did. They got to a position to where they were. They outgrew the dojo they were in, the laundromat, and took on the kicking kids. They took that leap of faith when Coach Nikki was pregnant. Sitting in the parking lot of the old Shooters building. And Coach Rick, he lived here, drove past Shooters building into the laundromat dojo for 6 years. He said he drove past looking at it empty for 6 years. And then finally they were sitting in the parking lot going, we're going to do this. And they said, yeah. And that's kind of the same thing we've been doing. Like, we're going to do this? Yeah, we're going to do it. We're doing it. And it's been extremely fun and hard. And that's why I tell everyone about the black belt test. Yes, it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. So you got to work for it. And that's what we're doing. Hard work, works. That's something Coach Rick used to tell us all the time. Even simplest push-ups, getting prepared for push-ups for the black belt test. He told a group one time, don't try to find an easy way to do push-ups. Keep doing push-ups the right way until they are easy. So, keep on keeping on. That's Joe Dirt. That's what he said. Now, dang. So,
Sorry.
it's all good. Something else I want to share before I go into some other details. One thing that I wanted to do was refocus the belts. So what we have now, just started this year. I'm gonna bring this up front and center here. So the new ranking system is this right here. The only thing I added or changed was the advanced belts, the advanced levels. So when I was a kid, we had an advanced level per belt, and the new timeline is easy to follow from white belt to black belt every 3 months. If you're progressing in your skill, every 3 months should be your graduation to your next level. White to yellow, yellow to advanced yellow, orange, advanced orange, and then that's the conclusion of the beginner program. Then you test out to blue, blue, advanced blue, green, advanced green, purple, advanced purple. Then you go up to the advanced level. Ooh, look at that. I messed up.
Ooh.
I put red, brown, advanced brown.
Mm-hmm.
I just left out advanced brown altogether.
I know. I bet you hurt his feelings.
So I'm going to remove that off the page. Don't even act like you didn't even see that. Erase that from your memory. I need a little thing from Men in Black.
We don't have that.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
So, but there is an advanced red. Red, advanced red, brown, advanced brown, then black belt. So now what that did was it changed the timeline by 9 months. By 9 months. It took it from 39 to 45. 48. I can't math.
Don't ask me to math.
I can't math right now.
I can't.
So right at 4 years, from white belt to black belt, 4-year program. Now the little ninjas did change. So I regrouped and restructured the little ninjas. Now our little ninja program is 4 years old to 6 years old. Now the 4 to 6 year olds, that would be a 3-year total in that belt system. So to restructure that to make sure everyone followed the timeline, it's white, then ninja yellow, ninja orange, ninja blue, ninja green, ninja purple, ninja red, ninja brown, ninja double brown, ninja black, ninja double black, and then yellow with a white stripe. So essentially, if you were a 4-year-old signed up for karate today, you would go from white belt to yellow white stripe when you're 7 years old. And then you'll promote into the solid belts and then go through the advanced belts, solid belts, all the way to black belt. So technically you'd be preparing for your black belt test at 11, 12 years old. So, Blaze was the youngest one that we've tested in many years. He was 9. No, he was still 8. He was 8 when he tested for junior black. Jace was 9. Skylar was 9. I think Ryder was still 9. That July test, the last test inside the dojo, that was our youngest test that we've had in a very, very long time. And that's kind of what sparked this whole, all right, I want to relook at the timeline because, yes, these guys, these were kind of the outliers of 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds because they've been, in
eat, breathe, sleep.
Karate since they were like 3, 4 years old. Blaze since he was in diapers. And, Jace has got the karate bug is what Coach Rick called him. And he's been doing, just every single day wanting to do something. So that was, that group of kids was a total different group of kids that were.
They were hungry.
Yes. And they were good. Now, I think they could have all done better with a little bit more time, a little bit more preparation. They would have been better. Master Doug Armstrong always said in the black belt meetings that success is in preparation. So be prepared. That's also what Scar said. Be prepared.
I was wondering.
Sorry. All right. So back to business. So just to clarify, Kicking Kids, that program is operating out of St. James. It's not affiliated with SMA Karate, Spartan Martial Arts program anymore. We are, they do teach American Freestyle Martial Arts. It's not aligned with the exact curriculum that we're teaching. It's similar, same stuff that we've done for years. Coach Mercutio, Coach Connor, they're currently teaching their classes. They're my black belts. I have faith in them to be able to teach karate. But so is Joseph Brackett, who's the owner of Hub City Martial Arts. Coach Brackett earned his black belt in Spartan Martial Arts. So did Colby Scales, who's the owner of Southern Martial Arts. And Jimmy Fowler was promoted to black belt at our Bowling Springs location back in the day. He owns Revolution MMA, in Bowling Springs. They don't promote SMA black belts. Coach Brackett promotes Hub City black belts. Coach Colby promotes Southern Martial Arts black belts. Coach Jimmy produces Revolution black belts. Kicking Kids will produce and promote their own black belts. They will work to establish their own name and identity and legacy, and I wish them the best. I've referred several students to them, and anybody that asks about after school care, summer camp, it's, Kicking Kids is the program you're looking for. I'll, forward their email over to Coach Jesse and let them, they've gone, they've expanded beyond after school program and offering karate classes, not enrolled, recommending tournaments. After school program is very profitable in our industry, but that's not in our 5-year plan. I didn't want to dive into that and take on too much at one time. I wanted to do,
what we're good at.
What we're good at. And like Coach Rick tells me all the time, that's one of the reasons why he had me solely focused on karate classes and teaching karate, at the West Side location, because that's what I'm good at, and that's what what I needed to be focused on is producing good karate classes and good martial arts. So, the Coach Rick and Coach Nikki, they initiated their after-school program because of the success of their karate program. If pursuing that business adventure makes sense for us in the future, then we'll definitely consider it. Right now, our priority is continue providing the best martial arts program possible for our students and our future students. I would stay tuned, keep watching, because we're gonna have upcoming events in our community. Parents' night out, birthday party. Birthday parties are being booked now. We have the invitations ready to roll out for those. I actually have that. Just got them printed. Where is Celebrate With Us? Boom. So this right here, you are invited to a kicking karate party. Kick it with, and you fill in the information, your name, the date, the time. There's the location, 300 Oak Grove Road, Spartanburg, South Carolina, 29301. Reserve, call, text. You add your phone number right there. On the back of it's the participation waiver, and then boom. So with our birthday party package, you get the karate party, you get the invitations. We do the 1.5-hour party where we do karate classes, do the fun and games, gaga ball, do dodgeball, break a board. Birthday kid gets a karate headband, and they get to slice the sword. They get to slice the cake with a samurai sword.
That's your favorite.
That is my favorite. I love doing that. And then always say, lick the sword, and see what the moms go, no. But it's a lot of the kids go right to it. Like, I'm like, no, hey.
As a mom, we'd let them.
Just to see.
Just to see if they would.
Ours would. Definitely. So, we got a tournament coming up. We'll have some summer camp opportunities at Spartanburg Martial Arts in the coming months, doing some karate camps. And then this journey began 31 years ago. I'm thrilled to be a school owner with my awesome wife. And she leaves her customer service job at Spartanburg Water and then comes and takes on some more customer service.
I do. I'm pretty good at it.
Yep. You know, she, her background after, you know, before she was at Spartanburg Water, she was the office manager at her parents' business that they've owned and operated for over 30-something years, almost 40 years now. Isn't it?
Over 40 years.
Over 40 years in Spartanburg. So Harris Automotive, little plug there.
Little shout out.
Shout out. So she, you know, she knows kind of how to run the front end stuff and, you know, help me take on what I am. And, you know, down the road, I'll be, you know, hiring someone to take that position up at the front to run that. Right now, we've had a team of volunteers take over and help run that. My mom runs a portion. Miss Heather runs a portion. Ashley runs a portion. And we've had some great karate mamas step up and step in when needed. And, you know, I've started as a coach. No, I didn't start as a coach. I started as a student, junior coach, assistant to the sensei. I've been a summer camp counselor, after school bus driver, coach, head instructor. And now as I have new roles as the owner. I'm janitor, painter, carpenter, parking lot painter. Now, I still got some work to do on that. I tried without a stencil and kind of got a couple lines kind of looking like this. But with the stencil, it worked out pretty good. I ran out of paint, so I got to get some more of the parking lot line paint to paint the lines. But that is one lesson that Coach Rick has instilled in us, and never say that's not my job. I've witnessed him picking up trash in the parking lot, using a heat gun to remove decals from the buses, changing air filters, cleaning up messes on the mat, even doing electrical work without flipping the breaker. Well, you know, quick story about that. One day I was in the school and Coach Rick had a ceiling tile popped out and he was up there doing something. I said, "What you doing, Coach?" "No, I'm just doing some wiring." I said, Yeah. I said, "All right." And I hear, pop! Oh! Light went out. I was like, "You good?" "Yep." I tripped the breaker. But then, I've got pictures of him. I snapped on social media of him out in the parking lot picking up the trash and just, doing what was necessary. And that was, that's something I'm wanting to do and be committed to being a servant leader, just, the way he was and doing what's best for, like I said, myself, my family, my dojo. And, I guess it's time to wrap this up. And I guess it's time to say, so long, farewell.
Don't get me going.
To you, come on, you're not going to see. All right, fine. But thank you for all the support. Thank you for the time you spent watching this. The best is yet to come. 2025 is going to be a year to watch, see what we accomplish. God has blessed SMA and will continue to bless SMA. You see what I wrote on there, right?
I do.
I've always wanted to.
Go ahead and do it. Do you want me to get out of the picture for you to say it?
No.
You want to get centered?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
God bless you. See, he's smiling. Stop smiling. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. But always sign off all of our emails and messages by saying, "Seeing you on the mat." So we'll see you on the mat. From the owners, Josh and Ashley Bailey. Thank you for everything. Well, is that it?
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Bye, guys.
Have a good night. See you on the mat.
On that.
So long.